I would describe Kelley as a bundle of sunshine.
You won't meet a more strong-willed, feisty, tender-hearted, kind, and compassionate girl.
She bubbles joy. That's her gift to the world.
She is our sunshine girl.
This very sweet, darling little blonde-headed child showed up, and the only behavior we dealt with was a little bit of sass. We have loved her ever since. The sass has not stopped.
It was a Hail Mary, if you will, trying to get a place where Kelley could thrive, or at least get the services that she needed.
They were like lots of other families that were looking for answers for their daughter, and they had not been getting them where they were.
One of the really cool things that I noticed really quickly with Access is that it was one of the few places that I felt like she was safe at and that I could leave her. It took her about a month and she just like blossomed, and the verbal skills just started flowing.
When I first started working with Kelley, she was working on more academic skills, reading, spelling, writing, and kind of those foundational communication skills. And now, 6 years later, her treatment plan has evolved to working on just functional communication skills and vocational skills.
One of the things that we loved about the Access model is that the therapist and the teachers work as a cohesive team in the classroom, which is very unique to Access. Kelley has had 4 different brain surgeries, and through those brain surgeries, Access has come along and helped with recovery, with therapies, education, and support from the home and in school. I don't think we would be where we are without that support. And I know that that's not normal, that's special.
Access has time and time again been able to step up to the challenge, make appropriate goals for Kelley, and then at times fly by the seat of their pants, because that's what we have to do when you're dealing with seizures.
You're like, oh my goodness, we're going to talk about removing the left hemisphere of her brain. And you're like, as a speech therapist, I'm thinking, that's where all of your language centers are located. And I went to see her the next day. Kelley sat straight up in bed and said, "Hi, Miss Sherry," with no pause, no hesitation. That's when you knew you were looking at a miracle kid.
Missing an entire hemisphere of her brain, a lot of people would assume that her communication abilities would be limited, but she is continuing to learn new skills, to develop new skills.
I think if you would have told us 8 years ago when we started at Access that our child would be reading, writing, walking, and running, especially after 4 brain surgeries, I would have said you're crazy.
I think what it's taught us is that you just can't ever quit.
Kelley is a daily reminder that every day is a blessing. And with a village, we can do anything.
Access is a major part of who she is, and it's woven into her.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Access is her second home.
It really is.